just going to try and do a short video on how I search a roll. I think I got between the two cameras and some editing, I should be able to pull this off. But I got a Brinks roll. Been finding some pretty good stuff. I'm hoping there's something in here. Oh, by the way, we're coin roll hunting in Phoenix. So, let's see, off the bat, I see a couple of coppers. I'm looking for damaged coins right now, which looks like this bad boy. This bad boy. This bad boy. This roll's got a lot of them in there. That's sad. Some of them look like they're copper too. Alright. I was hoping to find something awesome. Maybe we might still, but that's unfortunate. There's a lot of damaged ones in there. I know of at least two coppers that I see immediately. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. No. That's definitely possible one. Not that one. Nope, just the one. Possibly. I'll weigh it anyways, but I doubt that it is. The rest of those are trash. Let's sort through these real quick. That's definitely a copper. Up, heads down, heads up. So I do this because I actually, when I go through this process, I sort for several different things. Different years for errors and stuff like that. And there's a copper. I sort for copper, and there's another copper. And I sort for shinies. At this process, I look for copper mainly. That's a copper. Actually, I don't know if that's a copper. That actually probably is not a copper. I'm gonna put that back there. That definitely is a copper. That's definitely a copper. That's a damaged one. And those two are junk. Alright, so let's see if we can find something cool. So, yep. Okay, right off the bat, a 2022. I check for reverse damage. There's a 2009. I keep all of those now because of, let's see what that looks like. I keep all of these now because they're low mintage. 84 with a D, don't look for it. There's the 84P is what you need. So I just keep those to look for the back. 83 I weigh. 91 is nothing. 95 I keep. Both the P and the D have errors. There's another 2009. That's pretty cool. That's the first time I've got two in a row in quite a long time. By the way, this is May, late May, like right before Memorial Day. So there's 90. So we weigh those, even though that looked zinc. There's another 2022 Denver. Nothing on that. Nothing on that. So both P and D for 1992 and 1995 have errors. So whenever I find those, I keep both of those. Here's a copper that got by the initial. Nothing for 18. Here's another 2022. Nothing for there that I'm aware of. If you see a year that you know that there's an error that I'm not pulling, leave it in the comments. And maybe I'll start pulling them. Well, I should start pulling them if you leave it in the comment and I read it. I keep all 2024s. I don't know if anybody else is. There's 2015 P&D has errors, both of them. 85's got nothing. 2016, 1999, only in the Philadelphia. There's another copper that got... Nope, it's not a copper. It looked very coppery, but it's not. It's just had a deep minting look to it. 87 has a double ear issue, I believe. 2022 for the rear. Another 2022 Denver. Let's see what this is. 2019, 2000, 2007, 2018, 2013. Okay, so all these are going to go back to the bank. I'll check now for these, the monument pennies. I look for cracks in the monument that go from the monument to the rim, and sometimes they go from the top of the monument to the letters. Very few times have I found a letter-to-letter crack, but I'm sure it's out there and happens. I just haven't found one yet. Nothing there. That's just dirt right there. That's not anything. Nope, nothing on that set. Let's go back to the bank. Pretty worn. Alright, now let's go see what we have in the copper section. We have an 81, a 79, a 71, 69. Here's a 73S, so I keep the San Francisco separate. 74. There's an 83 that looked copper, but hopefully, fingers crossed, when I weigh it, it will be, but it probably won't be. But yeah, okay, that was a penny roll really quick, just to show you what I do. And then I stack them away according to the year. These 2022s, I'll just really quick look behind. Maybe there's something there. So what we look for on these 2022 Ds is here at the A, there's a crack that starts and runs to the shield. I've seen a major one that goes all the way across the shield and then ends up here near the N and I. So that's what I look for. Now, I don't know if the crack starts in the shield and goes that way and then goes that way, or I think it starts at the A and runs all the way across. That's my theory. So, and I just got an email, so that's annoying. There'll probably be 10 of those because that's my wonderful daughter sending pictures of my wonderful grandson. Right, nothing there. There is nothing there. There's nothing there. Some usage damage. Nothing in the A or the N. Nothing in the A or the N. Those can go back to the bank. Flip that over. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. I turn them now because of the glare on. I don't know if you get it from where you're sitting and viewing, but from where I am at, there's a glare that happens on these, so I have to turn the penny. Nothing. All right. So that was it. That's all we have for this roll. If I find something more interesting, I'll come back and let you know. Otherwise, that's how I search rolls in Phoenix.